All right, welcome to the Joinery. This is the new Joinery, so I wanted to give you a quick tour of what's going on. Come on in. All right, when we come in, directly over here to your right when you come in will be storage for individual members. Each member will get a little bucket and can store all their projects, or if they have extra wood, they can store it there. As we come along, we also have two saw-stop table saws. These are the flesh sensing technology that when you touch a finger or something, it will stop and will not cut you, might lick you a little bit. As we come around, we've got two lathes, both of them very large 36-inch lathes. This one's got an 18-inch swing. That one's got a 12-inch swing. The white one is actually a handicap, or for handicap use or for turning while you're sitting down. It folds over and you can sit down and do all your turning with that. As we come back around this way, we've got our large format CNC router. This is a 4-foot by 8-foot CNC router. And then right next to it is our normal router table that's being used right now, and thus all the noise. Here we have our sanding center, where we have a spindle sander, we have a belt sander, we have a disc sander, and we have a drum sander. Everything is connected to dust collection. And speaking of dust collection, this is the new additions to the wood shop here. We have two downdraft tables, so these work when you're sanding. So not only do you have the vacuum on the back of it, but there is now a big fan that sucks all the dust down so you don't breathe anything. Nice convenient holders and nice rubber footing to put your piece on while you're sanding. And then over here we've got our workbenches. So when there's classes, students will adopt one of these and it'll become their home for the evening for the class. Otherwise, members are free to use them and to just use them for glue ups or construction or just sitting and thinking. Then we come over here. We have our two bandsaws set up with dust collection. We have a 17-inch grizzly here that's set up with a 3/4 inch or a 1-inch resaw blade for straight cuts and resawing. And then we have a jet 14-inch that has a 1/4 inch blade for doing curve cuts. And then you'll notice as we go around that everything has dust collection on it because we're trying to minimize the amount of dust in the studio. And then we can see here we also have mini studios that you can rent for an extra fee. It kind of becomes your home and becomes the place that you utilize and use as you see fit. You can keep your stuff out in it. You don't have to clean up. And yeah, it's a nice little feature. As we come along, on the back side over here, we have our two drill presses. And then we also have a very nice new miter saw station with two miter saws, built-in stops. This one's got a laser on it, and they both are connected to vacuums and dust collection. You notice over here that we collect all of our sawdust and we take it out to a farm and it's reused for bedding for cattle. And then back over here in the corner, we have a dual purpose area, which is our lumber storage. This is where we sell lumber to members and members only. And it'll also be used in the future as kind of a finishing space with ventilation and good lighting. All right, and if we turn over here, we've got a nice big 20-inch grizzly planer that will hog out just about anything you need to hog out. A nice Laguna HEPA filter here that takes all the dust from this and stores it. And then on the other side over here, we have a nice big 12-inch joiner. So any boards you've got, that'll take it. We can handle it here. Okay, let's go inside. All right, we're going to head into the front. It's nice because we have a quiet area where you can get out of the dust and out of all the noise. We have a nice little break area where we have snacks and drinks, and you can also clean up in here if you want. We have a nice refrigerator and microwave, so if you're here on a long work day, you can make your own lunch. And as we come through the hallway here, speaking of rest and relaxation, we have the lounge here. This is a nice area where you can kind of sit down, out of the noise, out of the dust. We have a nice big screen TV hooked to the internet over there so you can watch This Old House or YouTube videos. And then here we have the classroom. And the classroom is kind of a multi-purpose room for glass classes. All the work will actually happen in here. We have laser instruction, and that happens in here as well. But for woodworking, we have a nice big woodworker's bench here where we do demonstrations, and we'll have cameras up so you can see all the detail work, and we'll go from here. So next, we're going to head upstairs real quick. Okay, in our upstairs area, we have our digital room. And in the digital room, we have our vinyl cutter. We have 2 Macintosh computers. We have 3 at the moment up here, 3D printers. And yeah, this is where you come to use all the software that uses for all the digital processes that we do here in the shop. Okay, up here on the mezzanine, we have our 2 CO2 laser cutters. We've got the yellow one here that is a 60-watt laser cutter, can cut up to about 1/4 of an inch. And over here, we have the red one that's a little bit larger format, and it can cut almost to 1/2 an inch. Now, all the tools you need for laser cutting and laser engraving. And then here's a good view of the shop from above. All right, so in the shop we have a ton of more tools that we didn't go over today, all the Festool equipment, everything you can imagine for sanding and doing any kind of joinery, we've got that here. If you become a member, you get access to all of that. You get a key that gives you access for 24 hours a day, and it's yours to use. All right, we'll see you in the next one.